everybody, it's Lee. How you doing? Here I am. I am caged. I am caged in the press pen, embedded behind enemy lines in the press pen. You notice the press is just barely getting here right now. We're about an hour and a half from when the event is supposed to start. Let me do it. You can see people are starting to stream in. There's a huge line here. The line's around the block, right? The first two rows, let me try to put, the first two rows up there for the traveling press, they haven't arrived here, so that means the plane, I assume these are the people who are traveling on the plane with Trump, like Joel Pollack from Breitbart News, who will be here, and hopefully I'll be able to see Joel, because I haven't seen him in a while and I like Joel. Good crowd though, I gotta say, good crowd outside, very, very big crowd. Iowa is leaning Republican, but because of the cities, there's a couple big cities in Iowa with large college populations, and so they tend to lean left there. But Trump is doing, I think, something very smart in hitting all these battleground states, of which Iowa is one. You notice that Hillary was in Iowa yesterday, and if you've not seen the video, it's the best thing. If you've not seen the video of the person introducing Hillary, who was literally taken off stage by security for trashing Hillary and just telling the truth about her. That's all he was doing. He was telling the truth about her. I wish he'd fought a little bit more. I wish he'd been like, no, I'm not going. That would have been great. But the security guy, by the way, the security guy, if you watch the video, you'll know what I'm talking about. I think the security guy wrestled Borat naked in the film Borat. I'm pretty sure if you look at him, he's got a similar thing going on. So if that dude had come up and wrestled, go look at the security guy. If you know the scene from Borat, you'll laugh. It's a good joke. And if he'd wrestled that dude naked off the stage, that would have been a perfect Democrat moment, in my opinion. I'm just saying. So anyway, I'm here as an important member of the press. I was able to bypass the giant line. Look, wait one sec here. Hang on. Look at that. I got a media credential and a safety pin. And if I were still as punk rock as I was at one point, I would just take the safety pin and plunge it through my nostril or my cheek and wear the media credential right there. But I am an old man and I'm afraid of pain, and that would just be sad. So anyway, that's what's going on here. Good crowd outside though. And I do think that bodes well. I do think that, I've said this before, any state where Trump is within the margin of error right now, and it's a toss-up state, I believe he will win. I believe more votes are going to break for Trump in these last days than are going to break for Hillary. I believe Hillary voters are Hillary voters, and I believe that anybody who's holding off is just trying to see if some great, huge disaster breaks out for Trump. And look, here's the thing, folks, we're 2 days away. So did I miss anything? Were there any big disasters this morning? I haven't checked the news in the last hour and a half. Nothing, right? Well, you gotta remember the goal with the people in Utah. I'll call them, what's the word I'm looking for? Traitors, the Never Trump traitors to our country in Utah. Their goal is not for Hillary to. They're just. I mean, McMullen admitted it. They're just trying to stop Trump, which means they're just trying to elect Hillary. You know, in fact, I thought about this. Let me just do a quick riff on this thing while I'm on it. Some people talk about lesser of two evils. This is an argument that Never Trump people attempt to use. Like, well, I'm not going to vote for the lesser of two evils. Hey, let me explain something to you. That's what an election is. That is what an election is. You have two choices. And the counter for the lesser of two evils argument is the, hey, what are you, do you live in reality? That's one good argument. But the other one is the perfect is the enemy of the good argument. And like I say, anybody who claims to be anywhere to the right of the Democrats, I'll put it like this, anybody who's a Republican who is somehow holding out. They don't have anything. It's a purely emotional argument. These Never Trump people, it's purely an emotional argument because it falls apart as soon as you realize the realities of electoral politics, which is, in fact, you don't have a multiplicity of choices. You end up voting. I mean, McCain was the lesser of two evils, and I understand why people voted for him. Romney was the lesser of two evils, but I understand why people voted. Everybody, it's the lesser. There's no ideal candidate. But they know that. They know that. Here's the thing about the Never Trump people at this point. They know what's going on. They know what's going on, and they're acting like babies. That's all that's going on, is they're just acting like babies. They didn't get, and they're worried about the establishment crumbling. No, I'm shooting the other way.
Okay.
I'm shooting this way. No. Thanks, guys. So anyway, that's what I think is going on there. So I'm set up back there. I got my computer set up. I got to get online. I'm going to check Twitter and stuff like that. But that's what's going on. I will be checking in throughout the event. If there's anything interesting that comes up on Twitter, I got a couple stories to file. So that's what's going on. Any questions while I'm here, send them to me on Twitter, but I'll look right now. Trump's wife is illegal. Yes, she's illegal. He's going to build a wall and keep her out. Also, your mother's illegal. Any other questions? Any other questions? Any other questions? We've established now that Trump's wife is illegal. She's here completely illegally, and so's your mother. So I'm glad we established that factual predicate. If that's the best you got. I'm very curious about that argument. So liberals, like, they don't want to deport anybody except Trump's wife. That tells you something about the Democrats. Like, if you kill somebody, you can stay, but if you were a hot model and you're married to Trump, you've got to leave, right? Is that the argument? Suddenly you're in favor of deportation? Suddenly? How is that an argument? I don't even get how that's an argument. FBI suicide, completely made up story as far as I can tell. I proved it last night. I check out my Periscope where I go through that step by step, and whoever lied and made up that story deserves to be drawn and quartered, in my opinion. When you go through the work of making up a story to fool conservatives, it's abysmal. Right? It's abysmal. Don't do that. And I went through it last night, so. No, they're not the two worst candidates. Name a better Republican candidate in the last 20 years than Donald Trump. Oh, wait. Who was the one you liked? Romney, George W. Bush, or McCain? Yeah. Reagan was not in the last 20-something years. There's no better Republican candidate. And on the big issues, watch Peter Thiel's thing. If you're still on the fence about Trump at all, go watch Peter Thiel's speech. It's 10 minutes long. Peter Thiel did a speech at the National Press Club earlier this week. It's the rational case for Trump. The case for Trump is not that he's perfect. It's not that he's a perfect human being. It's not that you gotta like him. But on the big issues that are really important in this country right now, immigration, for instance, jobs, for instance, national security, for instance, and here's another big issue, not being a completely corrupt, money-grubbing, corporatist socialist like Hillary Clinton. She combines the worst aspects of radical socialism and corporatism. That's hard to do. That's hard to do. And Hillary Clinton has somehow managed to do it. Furthermore, let me make another case. This is something a friend of mine pointed out. If you care about accountability, the media has proven if you elect Hillary Clinton, you will get no accountability. If you want checks and balances, vote for Trump. The only way you're going to get a check and balance is if you vote for Trump. Let me explain this. This is for people who are on the fence. Use this argument with people. Okay? We've seen that the media completely shills for Hillary Clinton. They don't want to report stories. They want to hide scandals. We know that. We also know the media is watching Trump like a hawk. They want any little thing he does. So what I'm saying is if you want someone accountable, Trump is the only person to vote for. The only person who the media, on the whole, is going to watch out for. The only check and balance you have is Donald Trump, period. That's it. If Hillary's elected, she can get away with anything, and has. The media has shown that. So I want to make this very clear. If you're in favor of accountability in government, there is absolutely only one choice in this election, and that's Donald Trump, because the media hates him. Does that make sense? They're not going to let him get away with anything. All this stuff about sexual assault or whatever stuff, I mean, it's bogus anyway. It's completely bogus. But let's just say you're really worried that Donald Trump is like trying to become president to get laid, like if that's your theory. How's that going to happen? Do you think the media's going to let? He's going to have trouble getting with his wife. That's what I'm saying. It's realistic. Now Bill Clinton, they gave him a pass during the Clinton administration. They covered it up during the Clinton administration. It took the independent media to do it, right? It took the independent media, Drudge, and my friend Andrew Breitbart, who, by the way, was working for Drudge at that time, to point that out. So if you want any accountability in government, there's only one vote. Even if you hate Trump, there's only one vote. If you want accountability, you have to vote for him, because the media needs to be taught a lesson. These people. Here's what I'm worried about being in the media section. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm like collateral damage here. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not wearing a MAGA hat or anything like that. So I'm just worried that everybody who hates the media, which they should, is like, I'm back here in the pen. I need a white surrender monkey flag, something like that. The white flag, that's the French flag. Am I right? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong in the details. I seem to remember World War II. I thought the white one was French. But wait, the lights just went down. Are they getting ready to go? Okay. R.I.P. GOP. Yeah, clearly they would have been better with Ted Cruz. Clearly they would have been better with Ted Cruz. No, they wouldn't have been better with Ted Cruz. What are you thinking? R.I.P. GOP. Yeah, right. The predictions of the GOP's death are greatly exaggerated. Yeah, I don't, yeah.
I don't want to.
No, I'm shooting this way. People are worried that they're walking in front of my camera.
Sioux City, please welcome Iowa's own apprentice winner and senior advisor to Donald J. Trump, Miss Tana Gertz.
Okay, it's getting underway. We have an apprentice winner.
Sioux City! Woo! Wow! Look at you guys! Oh my gosh! Wow! If I ever thought I'd be a model, today's the day with this catwalk. Are we ready to have some fun? Oh, I thought we were. Well, you guys are in for such a treat because we've got some dignitaries that are going to come on out here and throw out some swag. So raise your hand if you want something. Governor Branstad. Give it up for Governor Branstad. Congressman Steve King. Lieutenant Governor
Steve
Ken
King.
Reynolds, Senator Joni Ernst, and their lovely spouses. Randall.
Okay, if you want to watch this,
Don't hurt
I'm going to
each
go
other.
off now, because if you want to watch this, just go watch the Trump
Don't hurt
feed.
anybody in the crowd.
But
Or
there's
we'll get in
the
trouble.
media.
They'll say we're violent. Woo!
Okay, I'll talk to you guys later. Love you all. Bye.